Welcome back to the channel. There's a reason you're confused. There's a reason you can't tell if she's flirting or just being nice, and it's not because you're clueless. It's because Noon ever taught you the language of male interest. Women don't chase it directly. They don't confess with words, they reveal through behavior. And if you don't know how to decode those subtle spoken cues, you'll spend your entire life wondering, does she actually like me? Or is she just polite? Here's the painful truth most men miss out on incredible women, not because they lack a confidence, but because they lack a awareness. They didn't see the way she lingered a little too long after saying goodbye. They didn't notice how she mirrored his voice without realizing it. They didn't catch that moment when her smile wasn't just kind, it was curious, and because they missed the signal. They didn't act, they froze, they hesitated, and she moved on thinking he just wasn't that into her. But what if you could finally see it? What if you could walk into any interaction with the power to read between the lines to decode that truth beneath her words, her eyes, her silence? That's what this video was for, because when a woman is genuinely into you, when she feels a quiet pull toward your presence, she does very specific things she wouldn't do for just anyone. Things that bypass logic and come straight from her instinct, and today I'll show you all 7 of them. You won't need to overthink, you won't need to guess, you'll know by watching how she behaves when your energy walks into the room. So lean in, because once you understand these signs, you'll never chase uncertainty again. You'll walk with clarity and become the man who notice what others are blind to. Let's begin. Every man has felt at that moment when you're around a woman and something changes. She laughs a little differently, lingers. When you speak, she finds reasons to stay near you, yet never quit. Says what you sense something underneath the surface, but because she hasn't said it out loud, you doubt it. And so, like Mossman, you wait, you hesitate, you don't want to assume too much. You don't want to come off as arrogant. You don't want Thomas read the moment and lose your composure. But here's the brutal truth, and it's one most men never. Hair attraction isn't loud. It doesn't come with flashing signs or direct statements. It comes in fragments, in rhythm, in subtle behavioral codes that 99% of men are too distracted, to ungrounded, or too emotionally reactive to notice. And they're salt. You miss the moment she walks away thinking you weren't interested, and you're left wondering, did I just let something real slip through my hands? The worst part, she may have been testing Yenet with games, but with curiosity she wanted to see if you could feel the current she wasn't saying out loud, because for a woman, the man who can read her without her needing to explain, that man is rare, that man is magnetic, that man is dangerous in the best way possible. So no, this video isn't about playing tricks. It's not about memorizing lanes or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about something far deeper, something most men have never been taught: the ability to recognize family traction at its root in the subconscious shifts, the tiny tells, the emotional micro signals that bypass logic and speak straight to your instincts. Because when a woman is into you, she will reveal it not with her mouth, but with her presence, with her emotional energy, with the unspoken changes that scream one truth: I want you to notice me without me having to say I. And if you can see it, you become the man can't stop thinking about, because you're not just attractive, you're aware. Thoughts what this video will teach you: 7 behaviors women only show when they're truly into you, not when they're bored, not when they're polite, but when they're drawn to your energy and curious about who you really are. So if you're missing signs, if you're tired of walking away from women who are actually into you, but you just didn't know it, then stay exactly where you are. Because once you learn these 7 signals, you'll never need to second guess his female interest again. You'll see it, you'll feel it, and you'll respond not with anxiety, but with calm, grounded confidence that separates men who guess from men who know. Let's begin. When she places herself in your orbit, hopping, you'll notice she won't walk up and say I want you. That's not how feminine energy works. Instead, she'll subtly adjust her environment, shifting closer, positioning herself nearby, making herself visible without being obvious. Who might enter the room and quietly looking for where you are, and ends She spots you, she'll settle in a place. Just close enough to be noticed, a bit far enough to keep her pride. She's not chasing. She's inviting. This is how a woman tests a man's perception. She wants to know if you're tuned in enough to pick up what most miss. If you're grounded, aware, and emotionally intelligent, you'll feel it. She'll keep showing up near you. By coincidence, beauty, it's not coincidence. It's her saying, I didn't want to make the first move, but I want to be within reach. So if you want to, you can. And if you notice her pattern, you'll see she's already opened the door. 2. She gives you undivided attention. Even in a crowded room, you're not the only one in the room. There are conversations everywhere, louder distractions. Phones buzzing, people moving, and yet she's locked in on you. Her attention doesn't just come in words, it comes in presence. She listens with her eyes. Her body subtly leans in, tracks. Your thoughts, laughs at things you didn't even intend to be funny reeks. To your pauses like they're linus in a poem. That's not politeness, that's emotional gravitation. When a woman feels genuinely pulled toward you, she offers swap. Most men never receive her full energy. It's rare, it's sacred, and when you feel it, you'll know. She's not just hearing me, she's experiencing me, and that kind of attention is never wasted on someone. She doesn't feel drawn to 3. She challenges you, but not to win. Sometimes she teases you, sometimes she pushes back, sometimes she disagrees, not with anger, but with fire. Not to be right, but to feel your strength. This is feminine curiosity, emotion. She's testing the temperature of your ferment to destroy it, but to feel safe inside it. Women don't want perfection, they want to know that when they're energizes, when they challenge, flirt, or disrupt, you don't collapse, you don't fold, you don't flinch. You don't try to place, you stand, because when you can meet her fire with calm, grounded confidence. Not dominance, not submission, just presence. Feels. What words can't say? This man can hold me even when I can't hold myself. And that's when attraction deepens into something more primal and unforgettable. For she opens her inner world piece by piece. A woman's story is a garden with locked gates. She doesn't just hand you the key, but if she starts sharing memories, talking about her past, her wants, her dreams, her fears, if she lets your voice soften and her guard slip, it means she's not just talking. She's inviting, because women only open emotionally to men who feel safe and strong enough to hold it all. She might test the waters first. I don't usually talk about this, or I'm not sure why I'm telling you this. Those aren't random comments, they're subconscious confess. What she's really saying is, I feel something around you, something still, something safe, something strong enough to carry the weight. I don't show others, that's not friendship, that's intimacy growing in silence. 5. She remembers the details that even you forget. Weeks go by, you barely remember what you said that night, but suddenly brings it up, that story you told me about your brother, it stuck with me. Or you once said your dream was to live by the ocean, remember? And that's when if it's you, she was listening, not the surface kind, but soul level attention. When a woman is into you, her emotional mind catalogs the little things. Because of those details, your tone, your dreams, your values are clues to your inner world. She wants to know it, she wants to walk in it, and the only way she can do that is by collecting your truth one moment at a time. So if she remembers the small things you only mentioned once, it means you've already made a deeper impact. Then you know. 6. She invites you into her world without saying the words. Attraction isn't just about flirtation, it's about inclusion. Watch how she talks about her life. I think you'd love this place I go to. You have to try that coffee spot I told you about. My friends would get a kick out of you. She's painting pictures that include you. This isn't random, it's her subconscious crafting reality. Where you exist beside her means she's not just thinking about this moment. She's already imagined what life with you might feel like, not because she's needy, not because she's planning a future, but because feminine energy always seeks connection, and if she's connecting dots that include you, you're already further into her emotional space than you think. Even she reacts to your absence, even if she pretends not to. This one is powerful because attraction is not just seen in closeness, but in the echo of your distance. Pull back. Don't initiate for a while, don't vanish, just pause. If she feels nothing, you'll hear silence, but If she's into you, she'll notice. She'll text you unexpectedly. She'll say you've been quiet lately. She'll throw in a playful jab. Did you forget about me already? She might mask it in humor. She might downplay it, but her message is clear. Where did your attention go? I miss how it felt when it was on me. This is where most men ruin the moment. They rush back in trying to compensate. But a stoic man doesn't chase, observes, because when her reaction to your distance carries emotional weight, that's when you know you've entered her psyche. You're no longer a maybe, you're represents she feels even when you're gone, so now you know. When a woman is into you truly, silently, powerfully, she doesn't always say it outright, but she says it true. Her behavior in the pauses, influx in the moments between the moments. She'll pull herself into your orbit. She'll give you double attention. She'll challenge you just to feel your strength. She'll share pieces of her soul. She doesn't hand out freely. She'll remember the things even you forget. She'll slowly open her world and imagine you in it. And if you ever go quiet, she'll feel it, not because you were perfect, not because you said all the right things, but because your presence lingered longer than your words. And here's what separates most men from there are few who actually see these things. It's not charm, it's not height, it's not how much money you have, or how many reps I do at the gym. It's awareness. It's how calm you stay when others overthink. It's how grounded you are when others chase. It's how still your mind becomes when everyone else is reacting. The stoic man doesn't need to impress. He doesn't need to guess. He simply sees and moves with clarity. And that's the difference between the man she forgets and the man she can't stop thinking about. So if you felt something shift during this video, if something inside you finally clicked and you now recognize signs you've missed before, then don't let that awareness die here. Subscribe to Stoic Paradox just for more insights like this, but because you're choosing to evolve, to lead, to embody the kind of man who doesn't chase women because he understands himself so deeply that the world begins to chase him. Tap that like button if this resonated with you and leave a comment below. Have you ever noticed these signs before? Or worse, have you ever realized you missed them? We're building a brotherhood here, men who want more than just surface level dating tips, men who want truth, presence, power rooted in silence, not noise. And remember, women don't want to be told what to feel. They want to feel something in your presence, your clarity, your stillness, your certainty. And you cultivate that energy. You don't have to chase. Desire finds yontal. Next time, stay grounded, stay sharp.